Hello and good evening to all the folks from India and a very good morning to my friends in US. Today, I welcome you all to Inseedo's first ever series, Inseedo Talks. I am Soumya Jain and I am a part of team marketing at Inseedo. Today, so one thing you must have noticed today that we don't have any leaders in the panelist section. So that's what Inseedo Talk is all about today. We are based upon the concept of by the people, driven by the people, and for the people. So this talk series, I would like to talk about first that it will provide a platform to a larger Inseedo family to come up and speak upon the values and beliefs that actually matter, and that involves a greater aspect to drive an organizational agenda as well. So before we start the event, I would like to brief about the series of event of how as to will move it. Firstly, I will ask all the panelists to give a brief introduction about themselves. Secondly, we'll have a set of questions. We'll have a set of 3 rounds for each one of them, and we'll go one-on-one for that. The theme for our today's session is Pride in Inseedo. Thirdly, we'll have a fun rapid-fire question with one-on-one each basis for the panelists. Also, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the attendees for joining this event. And please feel free in case you have any questions. We'll try our maximum to answer the maximum of them. Thank you. So starting with the introduction part, we'll start from you, Amar. Over to you.
Hey everybody, my name is Amar. I've been with Inseedo for a bit over a year. And one fun fact is that for like this pandemic, I don't see it as complete. Like I feel like there are some positives to it, and I'm not saying that it's good, but I'm saying that it's not all bad. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, thank you, Amar. Brian, it's you. So we'll have a quick brief introduction in which you'll say your name, your department, your tenure at Inseedo, and any one fun fact that we'd like to share with the audience, with the Inseedo family. Over to you, Brian.
Perfect. So my name is Brian Evans. I'm a senior design strategist here at Inseedo's Design Studio. I live in the beautiful city of Newark, New Jersey, which is right near where our Inseedo office is in Island, New Jersey. I have about 10 years of experience working in different kind of design and development applications, mostly in financial services. But one of the things I really love about Inseedo is I get a chance now to work on a lot of different contexts. A fun fact about me is one of my big hobbies is actually brewing beer. It's very fun.
Okay, that was a quick discussion. Now we'll move to Karthik. Please introduce yourself. Karthik, you are on mute.
So my name is Karthik Gurwal, and I work in financial service department of Inseedo as a software engineer. And I am about to complete my 2 years in Inseedo next month itself. And talking about the fun fact, I have never been to Goa, and I'm waiting for the day that when I can say that the Goa is on. So that's a fun fact.
I'm assuming you have to wait quite a lot for that. Okay, so we'll move to Sandeep. Sandeep, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi guys, I am Sandeep Suri, and I'm working as a senior technical architect in communication engineering department. I'm here with Inseedo for the last 1.5 years. One fun fact about myself, I love to travel, and currently given the pandemic situation, I have discovered I can do a cleaning job also at my home.
That's good. That's like a skill you have adapted recently. Okay, moving to you, Shweta.
So hi, I'm Shweta, and I belong to the life sciences vertical within Inseedo. So I have been at Inseedo for over 2.5 years now. One fun fact about me, because cooking has taken over storm during COVID times, I've been acquiring all kinds of fun kitchen gadgets. Of course, I really don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I hope to find use to them someday. Yeah, so that's my fun fact.
Surely you would. Okay, moving to you, Udit.
Hi everyone. So my name is Udit and I work with the Digital Analytics division. Been in Inseedo for about 1.5 years now, and been a great journey, of course. Fun fact about me: COVID has taught me to cut my own hair. Case in point. So yeah.
Okay, very well. So we have all the introduction done. So we'll quickly move to the round one, and I'll ask one question to each one of you, and you just simply have to, like, in a brief, you can answer that. Okay, so question one: what does working at Inseedo means to you, or what is pride at Inseedo mean to you, and why is it important? What are your thoughts on this? So we'll have Udit answer this question first.
So I think pride at work at large is a very personal concept, right? I mean, a techie might feel a lot of pride cracking a new technology. For a designer, it's about trying to build something completely new. So it's something different for everybody. But I think the one thing that unites everybody is the people that you work with, your team, your managers, and everybody. And one of the stories I've proudly told my family and friends every single time is that from my very first interview at Inseedo, I knew that I wanted to join this company, and my work here was going to be amazing. So that's the kind of culture I am proud of.
Okay, culture you're proud of. So any experience you would like to share with us of any maybe experience you had in past about the Inseedo's culture?
So that's exactly the story that I was talking about. So my very first interviews, so there were 2 rounds of discussion that happened, and back then itself, uh, it actually is stressed on. So I'll of course name my manager. So I had Ashish Gupta who was taking the interview there, and after that discussion itself, it just gives you the confidence. This is a leader who you can connect with. This is a leader who knows what he's doing, and the kind of work you're going to be doing alongside it's going to be great.
So we feel already motivated quite enough now. Okay, moving to Brian, would you like to add your thoughts upon the same question?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what it means to me is like it's kind of great when you get a group of people, like let's say you get a group of 7 people together, all on a common mission to build something, bring some value to someone, and you guys have all these different viewpoints, different ways of approaching things, and we come together as a team, make something great that the client ends up loving and using, and then ends up hitting our objectives. I mean, I don't think there's anything kind of cooler than that. And it's not just that end way we get that gets delivered. It's also kind of how we get there that I think gives me a lot of pride.
Okay. Over to you, Karthik. What does pride and Inseedo means to you?
Basically, pride is a thing for which like we get boosted for work. So whenever I code, whenever I do something, and it get published on the website, whenever a user is able to use it, that piece of code belongs to me. That thing is something really great. A user is using my piece of code for his ease in life. So it's my pride.
Okay. That was a nice answer, like a techie kind of an answer, pure tech guy
Yeah,
answering.
yeah.
Okay, we'll move to Sandeep now. Sandeep, your thoughts on pride and Inseedo? So one word, if you would like to say, like pride is what to you for Inseedo?
Well, one word will be too short. And as a professional, what I try to thrive on, whenever I go to bed to sleep, I should be a satisfied man at the end of the day. So this actually derives the pride that what kind of challenges you are looking up into for your career. Going to bed at night. If I am able to meet them and I wake up pretty fresh and with a new set of challenges waiting for me, this excites me, and this is what that derives pride to me in incident.
Okay, so we have quite a lot of answers now with us. So we have from ranging from teamwork to culture to sleeping. So thinking about Incedo and the coding, of course. Okay, so now we move to the next question. Okay, so round two. All of you are Incedo zealots. All of you are passionate about working at Incedo. So what is that one thing that you actually love about working at Incedo that makes you go to office again? You come back and you want to go to office again the next morning. So we'll start this with it.
Okay. I think completely in line with what Brian was talking about earlier. It's about the journey toward delivery. So one of the things that we have done is, so we work for a banking client. We've been working for one for the last one year, over 1 year or so. And the most amazing thing is how we've built this connect with them. And back in March, when tons and tons of people were struggling with the new normal, there were companies trying to figure out how to make things work. We actually had this immediate call to action, and we went to the bank and we actually started talking to them about their response to COVID. And we already had a project ongoing with them. We just put everything aside. We went to their board. We told them that we should probably start thinking about how you handle COVID risk, right? That's an instantaneous change which we were able to take to them, and they accepted because of the kind of work we do for them. So again, that's basically how the commitment that comes out. That's the part I really love.
Okay. Sandeep, moving to you.
So when I joined Incedo and till date, the best part I have seen is the openness in the leadership. So I remember when I joined, there was a floor connect that was done by Nitin himself. So here he didn't bring up any PPTs or anything. He was very open to any questions that all the people can ask him. Such a kind of a gesture gets a lot of guts to be in his shoes. So actually that was so this gives a very positive kind of a feeling to me that we have a very open culture over there, and I can see this in my everyday life. Be it my center head, be it my own manager, they are very responsive. And very approachable. I can always go there with my any problem and expect a proper response from them.
Okay, feels proud to hear that. Okay, moving to Karthik. What are your views on being an Incedo zealot?
Working in Incedo is really comfortable being an employee. We get we get flexible timings. We have everything. We can plan according to our comfort. We can do our work on the ways it ease our life. So if I want to leave early in the evening, I can come early and I can get my done as quickly as possible. And actually, it's flexibility. It is something which is not offered anywhere, I guess. It is very rarely offered that an employee can do the work on his own flexibility. Plus, I get to learn. I get to learn a lot of things. We have webinars. We have Incedo University going on. So which I am capable. I am being offered to learn as much as possible. So that's a really great effort and really great initiatives. We get to know from. We get that's a really big thing. So that's what I felt like working in Incedo is a very well thing.
Okay, very well. So, but I like talking about this scenario, I guess, working from home. So how do you think it's like the culture and everything?
So working from home is the team support is everything is there, and getting people have started working from their offices, but still we are getting the company is thinking about the employees' health. That's a great thing. We are working from home and we are able to do more deliveries. I can personally say that my productivity has been increased. If I was working, my travel time has been decreased. I used to travel from Delhi to Gurgaon on daily basis. I don't have to travel anymore. I can use that time in my rest, in my workout, in my study, and helping my client. So that's the work from home is also a very plus point I got here. So, yeah, that's a very big
Yeah,
thing.
I can relate with you with the travel time for sure. Okay, moving to
Yeah,
Amar.
yeah.
Amar,
Yeah, so when I started at Incedo a little over a year ago, um, I had 0 years of software engineering experience. So this was my first software engineering job, and I like within 2 weeks I got onto a client project, and um, there was it was like I was working head to head with other employees that had 5 to 10 years of experience, and we would get on, like brainstorming sessions where we would give our opinions on tasks, and it was like this very non-hierarchical culture that I liked about Incedo, where my opinion was it mattered and it was utilized in many things, and I was also assigned tasks like right off the bat when I started. And my manager, he tested the waters with me. I was able to deliver, and then it didn't stop there. I just kept getting assigned like more difficult tasks that the client needed and stuff. And towards the end, it got to a point where my manager would barely check in on me, and like at the end, the only time he would check in on me was when it was like the day before the demo, and like I haven't merged any code yet, and he was like, Amar, so what's the progress on that? I'm like, don't worry, I got it. He's like, okay. And I'd get it done, and it really helped me learn, having no experience, learning with actual practical stuff, working with other people that have so much experience. And it also helped Incedo because I was able to deliver, good product, them trusting me with their tasks, got them good quality. So it was like a win-win situation. And, that's what I really like about Incedo.
okay. Shweta, what are your thoughts on like what motivates you to come daily to the office and do something?
Simply just learning every single day, and growth happens as a byproduct of that. But also being given that kind of an opportunity to constantly keep learning and trying to better myself and trying to use those learnings in the work that we get to deliver, and kind of see an outcome as a result of that. So I would say the more you go and learn and the more you kind of seek opportunities, everything comes as a result of you trying to show effort. So and then it's just one thing after the other that results in your growth per se. So when you grow, your company also grows, your team grows, everything grows.
Okay. So talking about motivation, I also would like to share my viewpoint as like working at Incedo. So I think as a part of marketing, there are very creative things that you have to do. But my team makes sure that we are, they say to experiment with each and everything, and that's why I think like it's a very good opportunity to learn and grow. So that's what motivates me too. Yeah. Okay, moving to round 3, we have the next question. One of the shifts we have been trying to make as a company is building a participative culture where both we as employees and management can contribute to building an agenda for tomorrow. And as responsible citizens, we can do a lot to strengthen about Incedo. What is that one thing you feel we should do more as employees? So we'll start this with Brian.
All right. So I really think it's crucial that, I was kind of talking earlier about that kind of like journey that we go on. I think for us to kind of reflect our Incedo pride, it does need to eventually come to that outcome. So, but it's important that I think employees at Incedo don't necessarily think of it as just their part of the outcome. So like when you're, let's say, a designer, right? It's not about the design you create. It's the outcome that gets to the client. So it's like, how does that get implemented? How does that get QA'd? So it's about kind of working together as a team to get to that actual end outcome. So it's not just your part of it, but how does your part fit into the bigger picture? And how do we work together to get there? And that's kind of, it kind of talks to that importance and the quality and client focus that we need to have. So I think from a perspective of kind of like, how do we kind of make ourselves better as an organization, keep doing that? It's very important that each person on the team kind of understands their role to that end product. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it surely does, Brian. Okay, so in between, we have a question from Nitin. So the question is, what is the one thing you would like to be different at Inseedo? Who would like to ask that? That's an open house for everyone. Udit, what are your views on this?
I'd say in terms of something different, I mean, we've seen that, you know, Inseedo has been going through constant changes, and that's already a great thing. One of the things that I would definitely like to see more in the company is that if we can have more cross-functional collaboration, right? As in, not collaboration purely in terms of projects, but in terms of us being able to know what's happening in different divisions, right? So right now I'm in this forum. I've come to interact with these set of panelists. I know what divisions they belong to, and I can reach out to them. But more avenues of how I can connect to such people would be great.
Okay, anyone would like to add upon the point or anything that you would like to be different at Inseedo? Shweta?
Yeah, so to add to Udit, so since our organization is just going through a lot of change and a lot of transformation, I feel most of this should be kept. I mean, everybody should be aware of all of the changes, and the gap between the leadership and the employees should be bridged in some form or other. And I see that happening already, but I think more initiatives and more efforts driven to do that will kind of initiate a collaborative culture within the company.
Okay. I guess that would be enough for, like, we have sufficient answers for that question now. Okay, so moving back to that question, what is that one thing you would like to change yourself being a part of Inseedo? So we can have Amar answer that. Amar, you are on mute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so one thing I would like to, you know, work on more is, I guess, you know, sharing my experience internally with new hires and, you know, getting them up to speed, you know, mentoring, you know, giving back to society, you know, just contributing. Because, you know, as a campus hire, this, you know, this helped me. Initially, when I started, you know, I connected with, you know, other Inseedo members that, you know, helped me get into place. So I'd like to do the same for newer hires.
Okay, that totally makes sense. Okay, so we'll have Sandeep answer for this round, and then we'll close this round and we'll move to the fun rapid fire quick round. Sandeep, over to you.
So what I think, I am working here in Pune location, and what I have seen being part of some technical panelists doing some round of things for the interviews and all. I think in order to attract more suitable talent, we need to have some brand building. At least I can see this on Pune, that even if we try to approach a candidate that is very well suited for our requirement and all, so sometimes due to the lack of knowledge to them that how good a brand or a company Inseedo is, how flexible we are, and what top niche technologies we work on. sometimes we are not able to get the proper talent on board sometimes. So I think we can do a little bit on brand building, at least for some of the locations. May not be Gurgaon, but some other locations.
Okay. So we have another question from Krishna asking, if you were to be made as the CEO for Inseedo for a month, what would you like to do? What would you like to change in Inseedo?
Probably change the CEO.
That was a smart answer. What do you think, Shweta, Karthik?
So the one of the things that I would actually do, at least I would probably break it down into a 5-day, 10-day kind of a thing. So at least in the first couple of weeks, what I would do is I would try to engage with as many people as possible within the company, and literally go to every place and try and maximize my capability of trying to go and see almost all the employees within the company, just trying to hear from them what they think, what they want to see, what they want to understand, get out of Inseedo. And then probably the next thing would be to try and tackle the implementation piece in terms of opportunities, trying to give the right kind of opportunities to them, and and for those who really want to see growth, and trying to put them in that kind of a limelight, and trying to get them to articulate what they want to say and do what they want to do, but also keeping in mind what kind of outcomes that's going to positively impact Inseedo. So yeah, I mean, that would be my plan of action. But eventually, I would try to build up a culture where everybody is very happy about being here, and just the fact that working in a company like Inseedo is actually amazing, with a lot of learning potential and a lot of opportunities. So that's something I would do.
Okay. Well, anyone would like to add upon this question?
I like the answer of getting a new CEO. It sounds like a hard job. I don't know.
Okay, we have one more question from Anuj. What advice would you give to a friend or a near or dear one who is planning to join Inseedo?
I think a really good advice for people who want to join Inseedo, one would be to understand like your part in what you're doing, and then really clearly understand not just like your part, so like what's your role, who are the people you work with, but also understand the mission that your team has, how it impacts the business model of the client you're working with. So I think there's a lot of understanding that should come first. So kind of that whole idea, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should be listening twice as much as you speak at the beginning. But then I think it also comes to making sure you're flexible and understanding that things are going to change as we go through this journey together, and that's okay. And I think if people come in understanding that, they're going to have a lot of success here.
Karthik, would you like to add upon? What would be your views to someone who would like to join Inseedo?
Yeah. So, as Brian said, that I would like to add into that part. Like, I would advise my friend to connect with people. Once you will connect with people, you will get to know the Inseedo values, Inseedo culture, everything about it. It is super easy to understand and get to connect with people. So that would be my advice, to just be open-minded and share your views, share your thoughts, and just connect. It's all about the network you are gonna build in the organization, and Inseedo is gonna help you in building that. So yeah. Also, I would like to add, like, if you are joining in the building, Gurugram 248, go check the gaming zone. So I will definitely add it. You should go and check that.
We have a pool table in 148 as well.
Yeah, we have a pool table as well. So yeah,
although the Xbox is
that's advice.
Okay, we'll surely do once we are back in office, maybe. Okay, so moving towards our next round, the rapid fire round. So I'll ask each one of you 2 set of questions, and you'll just have to quickly answer them in like 1 word or maybe just maximum 1 line. Okay, so we'll start with Sandeep. Any lifestyle change that you have adopted during this lockdown?
My eating habits, because since I do roam around less now, so these I need to change. And
And what's
helping on home chorus. Yeah, two things.
okay? And what's that one thing you are taking away from this discussion today?
So help me a lot getting to know new people, new friends.
Okay, Udit, over to you. Last web series you have watched and you would like to recommend to all the audience, to the large NCO family we have.
Not the last specifically, but I always recommend The Witcher to people. I love that series.
Okay. And what's the one thing that you will take away from the discussion today?
First thing is that
Udit, we can't hear you.
it's that I want to take up for sure. I think we've got some good ideas.
We lost you in between for a while.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that we actually got a few good ideas of things that we can do ourselves, and I definitely try to implement a few of those.
Okay, over to you, Shweta. If COVID vanishes for a week, just imagine, what would be the first thing you will do?
Get back to office, see my team, start talking with my client face to face. Yeah, I mean that would be the first thing that I would do, because I really enjoy doing that. At on-site, you get to meet a lot of people, and that would be the first thing I would do. Go immediately, and speak, and just basically ask people what they have done, and what kind of changes that they've seen and they are going through. So being part of all of that, I would really want to do that.
Okay, and what's that one thing you are taking away from the discussion today?
That this initiative is super amazing, and that this is an amazing platform and way for us to connect with a lot of different people within the company, and also get to know a lot of them up close and personal. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Amar. What's the one change that you would like your manager to do for your team right away?
Right away. So this so after the pandemic is over, I would like this this culture of working at home, not commuting too much, because I feel like it saves a lot of time. I'm able to get like a lot more work done. So if this persists, that would be would be pretty nice.
And what's the one thing that you are taking away from the discussion today?
Oh, that I'm taking away, that there's a lot of people here at Incedo that have their experiences, and it's a pretty nice culture, and I enjoyed this Incedo talks, and I hope that we do something like this more often. It was nice hearing what everybody had to say, and sharing what I had to share.
Over to you, Brian. What would you prefer, 1 hour of workout or 1 hour of sleep, and why?
Well, for COVID, I've been kind of going on a bit of a weight loss challenge, so I would probably take the workout right now because I've been doing a lot of walking as it is. So it's probably that one, yeah.
And what's the one thing you are taking away from this discussion?
I would say the best thing in this discussion is how similarly some of us view things, and I guess it's kind of nice to understand like a lot of like we view the way that we see the pride in our work similarly.
Okay. Over to Karthik. Okay, Karthik. So what's that one food that you would like to have for the entire life if you were to have that option?
What is the?
One food item that you would like to have for the entire life.
For entire life. Okay. That's one food item. That's so many choices. It should be multiple answers. So
just one thing that you love about, just you go crazy about eating.
You just ask a foodie person that what shall I pick? It's anything. I will go with anything. I'm fine.
He's got
If
50
you,
I'm
dishes
fine.
going on in his head right now.
yeah,
Just think
and
it should be just spicy, and then I will be good. Spicy food, spicy food.
I
If
see.
that
Okay.
counts.
So if you were to ask me, I would say I can eat golgappa and chole bhature all my life, every single meal. I can do about it.
Okay.
It's not great to
Okay,
talk
so
about street
we
Still,
food
end
still,
during
this
the
still,
round
lockdown.
for
still.
rapid fire. Sorry, Udit, can you repeat?
I was saying it's not a good idea to talk about street food during a lockdown.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
actually true.
It hurts. It actually hurts. And
We can see
you
the
also
expressions,
mentioned two
Karthik. We
items.
can see you.
You did mention two items, so it is not fair, right? So yeah, over to you now.
I think we've lost Soumya there.
Okay.
You know.
Am I
Sonia, you go,
audible?
Suzia?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are audible.
Now you're audible.
Okay, so we have a lot of Q&A. So we move to our next round, that's Q&A round, and we already have a lot of questions with us. So first question, what is that one interesting aspect or skill that you have learned in this month, specifically this month? Brian.
I'd say like a skill that I learned this month was really I've done a bit of a better job this month of giving feedback than I've done in other months, I think, and I've that's something that I've kind of improved on.
Okay, and Sandeep, what about you?
Well, a technical skill I learned, a new version of Terraform 13 was rolled out. Just I learned some of the new features that were introduced.
So question we have from Nayan. Would you recommend your friends and family members to join in Zero? If yes, list down just top three uh, reasons you would tell. Just one word, like the culture or anything like that. Anushrata.
So I would say people definitely the growing culture within Inseedo because that's going to keep helping you grow as well. And the other reason would be to be part of this kind of a digital transformation which this company is doing. So yeah, those would be the big three reasons that I would ask my friends and family to join.
Okay. So we have a question from Ashish asking, what in Zero value do you resonate with according to your personality?
One is work with integrity. I think that's super important. And the other thing is be super collaborative. Your team is super important. So you are an extension, you reflect your team, and your team reflects your company. So that's super important for me.
That was a nice line. Okay, the same question I would like to ask to Udit. Which in Zero value you resonate with yourself?
I think I'm excessively a workaholic. So client work is basically what I really align to. You would have got that from my stories as well. So commitment to the client first. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think we lost Soumya.
There's a connectivity issue on this one.
Well,
Soumya, we lost you in between.
Sorry. I'm so sorry about my end.
I think Sonia's having some internet issues. Maybe I'll ask her one of the Q&A ones in the meantime. So Approve asked, how do you think each one of us can contribute in building the Inseedo brand as people are the brand? I think that's a really cool idea that people are the brand. I think one way to do it's really to get involved in, kind of blogging, talking kind of about like some more professional interests. And I think when people realize you work at Incedo, you have that thought leadership that can really show some expertise in that area.
Yeah. So also, the one thing like the proactiveness, like we always discuss about being a proactive instead
Yep.
of being a reactive person. So that's a thing. That's the ownership. When we are doing something, it 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 forces us to take the ownership. It is if we will consider it as our business, then only then we will be able to grow and help others as well. So I would like to add the positive attitude and the proactiveness here. So yeah, that's the
So
value which helps.
I think on the technical front, maybe we can already. I think we are doing some stuff here, but having more contribution towards building case studies, the work we are doing with the clients, and the case studies may contain the technical stuff, some of the technical stuff at very high level, just to showcase the kind of work we are doing. I think we are doing pretty much cool stuff on cloud analytics and all. If it can portray at some extent the kind of work we are doing here, it can automatically will build the brand.
Okay, so we have one interesting question come up from Krishna saying, if you were to mentor one person in the leadership team, who would you like to mentor? Brian? In the leadership team. You need to think before you answer.
That's a great question. You know, I haven't gotten as close to Anupam as I wish I have. So I'd probably do it him just so I get to meet him a bit better. I think we could learn a lot from each other too, though. So that'd be good.
Okay, over to you, Amar. Who would you like to mentor?
I think before I answer that question, I should, I should get to know the leadership more, because when I was in New Jersey for like 2 weeks, and then I got moved out to the client location, and I was working. But now I'm back in New Jersey. But when the pandemic happened, so I haven't really been connecting with the leadership. So I'm not too sure as to what I would mentor them.
Any would like to answer anything on this?
Yeah, so I'm going to take here.
Please.
Okay. Yeah, Shweta,
So
please.
my mentor is Arvind, and I would like to reverse mentor Arvind.
Okay, any specific reason or any example or experience you would like to share?
No experiences per se, but he's a great mentor. But what I would really like to do is have him in the call or have a casual conversation with him and just talk about what's the next best thing that we can bring to Incedo Life Sciences. Yep, that's something I would like to do, and probably have an open discussion. More than mentorship, it would be more so having an open and an honest conversation.
Okay, very true. Very okay. So next we have a question from Ritu. Do you think Incedo University will help add pride to you by enhancing knowledge? How would you think like Incedo University is could help you enhance your knowledge?
I could answer that.
Yeah.
Or
Amar, please
okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, so I definitely think it would, because me personally, I like to learn, and getting the opportunity to learn, new skills that I would like to at my own pace, would definitely, give me more motivation to, come to work at Incedo, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, I guess we lost connection. So let me add another thing. Like, yes, it will definitely, because learning is always a part of life. learning will never stop till the end. If we are a CEO of a company, even a CEO has to learn everything. Learning is always experience. Experience gets adds on, adds on, adds on. So yeah, it is definitely a part of pride that I have the skills, I have the expertise. So yes, I am a person who can do everything. That's the power, and power is power. So basically, yeah, it will definitely add the pride. In Cedar University will definitely add pride in our working. I hope this makes sense.
Yeah, it was great. All right, so I think actually we're at time, guys, and those were some great Q and A's. I know I'm going to be, I'm still thinking of some answers of them. But thank you everyone for joining today. I think it was a great conversation we had.
Yeah. I think we still have quite a few Q&As, so I'm sure the HR will consolidate and we'll be happy to answer back. But thank you so much, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Raman, if you're there,
Raman
maybe
is
we can. Hey.
Okay, sorry, I just got dropped off. We'll wrap up off with the last question. How is Inseedo live when you are physically in office and working virtually? What's that one thing you miss going to office about?
I think it's about the corridor conversations. So a lot of the things that we need to have specific calls for, we could have wrapped up in a couple of quick chats right in the corridor while sipping coffee. So that's definitely something that's different and would be better.
So for me, I think I'm missing the casual chit chat, which is also very important to have a connect with your colleagues. Now it seems that with calls and all the things are very professional, no casual chit chat and also missing those a little connect. But else there are many advantages also.
Okay, anyone would like to add on to this?
Yeah, I would like to add on. So as Sandeep said, that with the calls, everything is like all professional. Like you're not gonna talk to anyone unless you have a reason to do. Whereas when when you're in person, you just talk about whatever, and then you learn about things that they're working on, what you're working on, and you get this collaboration that you don't get when you're working remotely. So.
Okay. Well, I guess that was quite an intense discussion, and I hope we have found answers to all the questions. Maybe we could answer all the questions, but we have tried to answer like the maximum thing we could. Thank you. I would like to thank all our participants, our attendees who have joined this event with us to make it successful. It was a very enjoyable learning experience for me. And as I reflect back, I feel more enthusiastic and more motivated today to keep back these learnings with me, and I'll surely try, not everything, but surely try to implement all these things with me. And we'll be soon back with another installment of this Inseedo Talk series with our new set of panelists and new set of questions. Till then, thank you. Stay safe, everyone. Have a nice day.